And once the FBI seized documents from Mar-a-Lago, critics started comparing the treatment of former President Trump and Hillary Clinton.
The former Democratic nominee also found herself stuck in the middle of an FBI probe. But are the cases that similar? Tonight, we're digging deeper. It was the rallying cry for Trump supporters in 2016. It all centered around an investigation into then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server that was also used for official State Department communications. Out of tens of thousands of emails, the FBI found dozens of them should have been deemed as classified, but weren't. Duke professor David Schanzer is director of the Triangle Center on Terrorism and Homeland Security.
What the FBI concluded is that Clinton and the people she was emailing with were experienced enough that they really should have known that the discussions were relating to classified information.
Then FBI Director James Comey said the investigation found Clinton had been extremely careless and negligent, but that Clinton would not be charged because she did not act with criminal intent. As Secretary of State, Clinton had the security clearance and all the rights to have access to the information, as did the people she was emailing. Whereas in Donald Trump's case, he is no longer president. He's a private citizen and is accused of having highly classified documents in his personal possession that are a national security risk.
These documents are all clearly marked classified, many of them top secret SCI, which is a even more sensitive category of classified information. So that certainly bears on the intent.
But it is Trump's legal team that may be in greater peril. Investigators say for more than a year they were misled during numerous efforts, including a grand jury subpoena to retrieve classified material. Trump's attorneys swore by affidavit all the documents had been turned over. But the FBI search showed otherwise.
Apparently, very clearly was a false statement. And making false statements to government agencies are separate crimes. And the lawyers could really face, I think, in this instance, some severe scrutiny.
Clinton's attorneys, however, approached the investigation differently.
The FBI found that the lawyers were acting in good faith. There was no evidence of intent to obstruct.
Whether there was intent in Trump's case is the lingering legal question for the man who beat Clinton in the election and the attorneys who represent him. And so the other looming question that I don't really get into there is the why behind all this. Why do you have these documents? Did you plan to do anything with them?
Right.
What was the intent of their use, or was there any at all? We don't know that answer. Whether we'll ever get it from DOJ, I don't know, of course. And we don't know if Trump's attorneys will eventually reveal whether he had any plan to use them or not.